Good morning. I'm actually on Eastern time right now, so it's actually 5 o'clock in the morning or 5:30. I'm just waiting for my dispatch. I got unloaded last night. It was like a hot load. It was supposed to be here yesterday morning, but the other driver, they couldn't get a hold of him, and they took me off my Chicago run and put me on this one and says, hurry, hurry, hurry. So I got it here last night, and now I'm waiting. I wish they would have had me a reload already. I could be on my way. I normally get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. But now I'm just sitting here waiting. Meanwhile, I've been playing with WeBull, and I figured out some stuff that I couldn't figure out before. Mostly because I had to, because one of my favorite stocks I can't use or can't invest in with Robinhood anymore. So you can't use just one application or stock broker to invest in everything. I was originally reluctant to start using Robinhood because of their shady history. So I was strictly just using Cash App to invest. And PBR was pretty much my favorite at the time. But I discovered Zem and did some research in Zem. And I wanted to invest in Zem, but I had my retirement account, my IRA, with Edward Jones, and I used to have a mutual fund with them as well, but I messed that up. I cashed it out, blah, blah, blah. And now I can't reinvest in it because they don't do that kind of mutual fund anymore. And it kind of sucks because I was actually making about 10% on that. So I should have kept it in there and just, took out my 10% when needed. But I was still learning at the time. I'm still learning now, actually. But anyhow, they couldn't invest in Zim, and if they could, I would have had to pay, the broker fee. So it would have been in my best interest to save up $1,000 and then invest the $1,000 at a time, because they charged $75, I think it was, per transaction. So, you want to actually make bigger transactions. Once I start making some more money, what I might do with Edward Jones is they do have a dividend investment deal. And basically, they invest in what they think are the best dividends, which may not be the highest, but they might be the most secure. And so I might do that in the future. And then that way I got an idea of what are my long-term investment stocks, because that's what Edward Jones determines is best long-term investment stocks. But if you want to do it on your own, you got to go through these apps. So I started out with Cash App, and Edward Jones couldn't do them, so then I went to then I went to Robinhood. Now, I learned about WeBull through one of my favorite stock guru investment guys. And I learned about REITs from him. So I started doing research on REITs. And I found a few REIT companies that are good. But I like this one because it's got a high dividend yield. Now, I know the high dividend yields are a little more risky. So, I just discovered something else too, by the way. So, but what I'm doing is I'm investing my paycheck in the higher dividend yields. So, anything that pays more than what my credit cards charge me, that's what I'm investing in at this moment. Once I get the credit cards paid down, then I'll start investing in whatever gives me a better return than what my pickup truck interest payments interest rate is, which I think is 7%. So anything that pays more than the interest that I'm actually paying, then I'll be investing in those. And then after that, it'll be my mortgage. So my mortgage is like 4% or 6%. I'd have to go look. But anyways, it's lower than my pickup truck. My pickup truck's pretty low. I actually have 2 mortgage payments. I got a second mortgage. But that one's actually higher than my first mortgage. My first mortgage is at like 4%, which is really good. So I want to get all that shizzle and nizzle paid off and paid down. So I'm investing my paycheck into these higher dividend yields. Once they give me enough return on my investment, like say over $100, then I'll take that $100 plus and pay it towards my debt. But anything that's lower than that, then I'll just reinvest in anything that pays more than the interest rate, the interest that I'm actually paying. Once I'm debt free, then I can invest in everything. That being said, I also am investing in carbon credit stocks, so I'm researching that. So when this New World Order thing comes down the pipeline, which they're working on, I'll have a safety net. I'll have some protection. I also am buying gold and silver, mostly silver at this time, because gold is... Well, I watch the market. Right now, I'm not buying any gold and silver, because I think both of them are up, and I'm broke. So, I haven't bought any gold and silver lately, but with gold and silver, I usually try to buy actual gold and silver, which I don't have a lot of. But I do also buy gold and silver stock. And so the gold and silver stock, if it's a day trade, I'll buy and sell that. If it's a dividend, I'll buy and hold. If it's actual gold and silver, I buy and hold. So, but I need to have more actual gold and silver. I just don't have enough. I don't have a lot. But, I have enough to maybe get me by if in a pinch. And especially if silver goes up the way they say it's going to go up. So I'm learning this because there's a few stocks that I cannot buy through Robinhood anymore, or at all, ever, whatever. Some of them being carbon credit stocks, some of them being dividend stocks. And this one here is one of my favorites. It pays monthly and it pays like over 20%, which is more than what my credit cards charge, 22.85%. So let's just say you got $1,000 in there times 0.22. That's $220 a year divided by 12 times 0.75. It's $13 a month. Now 20%, two, 4, 6, 8, 10. It'll basically take me 5 years to make all my money back. So if I had $100,000 in there, I can make $22,000 a year. If I had $1 million in there, I'd make $200,000 a year. Now, I wouldn't have just $1 million in that account, but if I did, I'd be living large. Like I said, these are it's almost 22%. These high dividend yield companies can be risky. So you want to diversify your portfolio. So I'm taking my paycheck and I'm putting it into these high dividend yielding companies. And then I'm taking the money from that and reinvesting it into lower dividend yielding companies. So I discovered something today. If you go over here to company, you can look at peer companies in WeBull, and you can see. Oh wait, let me go back. As far as dividends, this one is number 14 out of 187 of its peers. Why is it number 17? I don't know, but number 1 would be Crown Castle. That's a tower company. My brother does not work for that company, but he works for one of their either competitors or collaborators. So anyway, so Crown Castle is one of them. And they basically own cell phone tower real estate. And it is a REIT. These are all REITs, apparently, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%. So their dividend is lower. But they're a stable company. And that's probably why they're number 1. They're probably one of the most stable companies. And they have almost a 6% return on their investment, on your investment. Number 2 would be gaming and leisure. Well, these people probably own casino properties. I assume. I don't know. their dividend yield is over 6%. It took me a minute to figure out how to find their dividend yield. They're not actually telling you what the dividend payout is, which kind of sucks. But they do tell you what the yield is, so that helps. I have a dividend tracker right here. So with this, I can look up what the dividend actually pays. So ARR should be in here. There they are. Down here it says 15%. So I'm not sure why. It says 20% over there, but 15% over here. But basically, they're paying $2.88 a share. Their average dividend is $6.76 a share. Their yield is 15.57%. Earnings per share is down, but not that much. So they just paid their dividend. It says April 12th, which I actually just got it today. So, or last night. So I got paid last night my dividend, even though they paid out on the 12th. So that means if Zim paid out already, I'm not sure why I haven't been paid yet, but I'll probably get paid next month. But anyways, I don't know if Zim's going to pay out at all, but that's okay. I'd rather them pay out late than never pay out at all. And I don't want them to go bankrupt because I got over $1,000 in there. But anyways, I use this dividend tracker. Why the percentages are different over here than they are over here, I do not know. But anyhow, the problem with this dividend tracker is I gotta manually enter everything in. And another problem with them is they won't show Zim for some reason. I got it in here. $6.40 a share. The stock is up to $13. The yield is down to 48, almost 49. But they're upside down. They're at negative $22 earnings per share right now, which is probably why they haven't paid out their dividend. Before they were making double what their share was worth. Now they're upside down. So I'd rather them sit on the money, reinvest, in the company, keep the company afloat, and then pay me later. Oh yeah, watch this though. So I'll add this to the tracker. And it says it's already on my list. But where is it? I'm not seeing it. 48%, it should be right here between LU and OROVY. Which LU, I don't have them, I don't think. They might have went bankrupt. LU. Let's look them up real quick. Yeah, they're still hanging in there. Oh, that text message must have came from my dispatch. It says 3.58%, so not sure what that's about. But they're paying a dividend, so I'm going to add them to my watch list. See, TTE is what I believe to be a carbon credit stock. I did look up something yesterday. They said make sure you know the difference between a carbon credit stock and a carbon capture stock. And you want to invest in carbon credit stocks, not carbon capture stocks. So maybe invest in both if they're going to give you a dividend. But anyways, TTE, I don't know if they pay a dividend or not. Let's look. They do. So this is a potential carbon credit investment, and you'll get a return on said investment. Now we can also go over here and look at peer companies. It's number 1. I don't know why Robinhood won't let you buy it. These are all energy companies. So you can go in and check out their peer companies and maybe invest in some of them. Let's check out Exxon real quick. They're paying a dividend as well. it's low, but it's an energy stock. It's a good, stable stock. Now, I don't have any special alerts here. What I should do is, if it moves down 20%, I want a notification. If it drops 20%, I want to buy. Because then I might make a return on my cash value side, you know. And when the stock goes down, the earnings per share may not go up, but your yield goes up. So it's like, say you're making $5 a share, but the stock is $10 per share. So you buy one stock for $10, you only make $5 per share. But the stock goes down to $5, then you can buy 2 stocks, and now you're making $5 per share for 2 stocks, and now you're making $10 instead of $5. And that's basically why I try to buy the stock while it's down. And then, while the yield is up, and then, not only am I making more money on the dividends, I'm also making more money on the cash value side. Turn this heater off. Let me check my text messages. Nothing yet. Cool. We got a bunch of guinea fowl that we just hatched out. Over half the eggs hatched, but or about half. About half of the eggs hatched. The other half didn't. So, and well, one died just after it was born. 2 died in the shell. They just wasn't strong enough to break out of the shell, even though we kind of helped them a little bit. Some people say help them. Some people say don't help them. So we help them about 50%. We just help them crack, or they crack the shell. So as they're cracking it, we'll peel back the hard part. But only what's loose, not or what's semi-loose, you know, what we can hook with our fingernail and pop off, to kind of help them break through the hard part, give them a little bit of an edge. Okay, my dispatcher just responded, so he is looking into it, finding me a back haul, so I can go back home. Maybe not. I want to do 2 round trips and then go home, so I can make more money to reinvest. Because I want to live off my dividends instead of having to work for the man. The man. But anyhow, so TTE is one of my stocks that I'm investing in. Like I said, one, I believe it to be a carbon credit stock. And 2, what the heck? Oh, here it is. 2, it pays a dividend. So, yeah, look, what I'm doing is I'm buying one of everything, period. So I buy one of everything. If it goes bankrupt, it goes bankrupt. But if it's $1 worth of stock, I buy $1. If it's one share, I buy one share. And on the day trading side, what I'm doing is if I get desperate and need the money and the stock goes up and I got the money and I need the money, I'll pull it out. Later, when I have money on the day trading side, I'll invest a little bit more. But I'm just right now investing the minimum into each and every stock. And one of the reasons why I'm doing that is because sometimes stocks that weren't paying dividends will start paying dividends. And sometimes stocks that do pay dividends stop paying dividends. And they go back and forth. They can stop paying dividends at any time. Like Zim, for example. So I try to have a minimum in there so I know whether or not they're paying a dividend or not, because it gives me a notification when I get paid. So when I get paid, I go and look. Now, I know it's a lot of stocks to be keeping track of. And typically, though, I mean, once I have money coming in and I got more time to mess with it, it won't matter. So right now, since I don't have the time and money, I'm just investing in the high-yielding stocks. And then later, when I have more time and money, I can start paying attention to all of them, or most of them. So I buy at least $1 or at least one share, whatever the minimum is that I have to buy. I'll do that of everything. And then if it pays a dividend, I reinvest. Every single time I get a dividend, I'll go look and see what the yield is. Like, say this one is 4.66. It's above 4.5, so I'll throw in $5. And if it's below 4.5, I'll just throw in $4. Unless I only have $4, then I'll only just throw in $4 because it's all I got. If I only have $1, I may throw in $1 because it's all I got. Once I start making more money, I'll add a 0 to all my numbers. So for this one, for example, instead of putting in $5, I'd put in $50 because I'll have the money. And that's how I'll really grow my portfolio, because I'll have money to keep reinvesting, and then I'll keep getting more money back. So the ones that pay monthly, I'll actually long-term be investing more in. So like, say this one pays, no, this one doesn't pay monthly. ARR. So ARR, oh, that's not the right button. Analysts. WeBull's a little bit harder to use until you get familiar with it than Robinhood, but nonetheless. So these guys pay a dividend yield of 21.85, so $22 is what I'll invest. Now, they pay monthly, so I'll be investing $22 every month, or $21 or $25, whatever their percentage is, whatever their yield is. That's what I'm going to invest. So in this case, $22. So when I get paid Friday, I'm going to throw in $22 in here. Every month, because right now I don't have any money in this stock in this app. I had money in the stock in Robinhood, so I'm getting a yield from Robinhood or through Robinhood, but they won't let me buy any more. So I'm like, well, crap. But I do also have this stock in Cash App, but for some reason they may stop letting me reinvest also. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it here as well. And so every month I'm going to throw in $22. Now this month I threw in $22 at Cash App. And I'm going to go ahead Friday and throw in another $22 just so I can secure the stock. Now, like I said, I just got paid on the Cash App side. So when I get paid, that's when I'll throw in the extra money next time. I didn't realize that I need to start using, well, I kind of realized, but once I realized that Robinhood isn't letting me buy this stock and a couple of the ones that I believe to be carbon credit stocks, that's what nudged me to start using this app more. And so now I'm going to be using it a lot more. Anytime I find it. So Cash App is my primary, sorta. Robinhood is my secondary, and this is my third. Now what I'm going to probably do is I'm going to try to have my investment portfolio about the same in each investment group. So like I got $4,000 invested, or probably more than that actually, but I got about 4,000. When you go to Robinhood and it tells you how much money you have, or your cash value of what you have in stocks, right now I have $4,000 in Robinhood. I don't know what I have in WeBull. In Cash App, I have $3,300. But see, here's the thing. I can't have, there's not very many stocks in Cash App that pay more than 20%. ARR is the only one. So if I was to bring this up to $4,000, I'd have to invest everything in the ARR or anything that pays more than 20%, which I think ARR is the only one in Cash App that pays more than 20%. I'll have to go look and make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the only one. So WeBull, let me see if I can see. Oh, hang on, let me pause this. Okay, WeBull says that my net value is only $56. So what I'm probably going to do is when I get paid Friday, I'm going to start moving money over here and start bringing that number up closer to the Cash App and the Robinhood numbers. So I'm going to try to bring Cash App up to 4,000, and I'm going to bring this up to 4,000. So I have 4,000 in each account. That would give me $12,000 saved up. And that'll give me $12,000 earning money on my money. So, yeah. And so what I do is I'm taking like 1/6, 1/7 of my paycheck and putting it in these stocks. And then, like I said, once I get my credit cards paid down, then I can up that to like 1/5. 765. Yeah, I can up that to 1/5. And then I could just, not worry about my credit cards so much. Just pay my credit cards each Well, what I'll do is I'll still divide everything by 1/7. Then I'll pay the balance on the credit cards, and whatever's left, I'll throw into the dividend stocks. So it's like I'll take 3/7 and move it to the bank account that I use to manage my stocks and my credit cards. And so then, like I said, I pay the credit cards. Say I got $300 in there, but the credit card that week is only like $50. And so I'll throw in $50 in the credit card, and then I'll throw the other $250 into dividends. So at that point, I won't be paying any interest on my credit cards because I'll be paying it off every week. Then I'll be throwing money into dividend stocks that pay more than 7%. And so I'll be investing in more stocks instead of just anything over 20%. I'll be investing in everything over 7%. And so I'll just keep doing that. Keep my credit cards paid down, pay it every week when I get paid, and just keep dumping money into dividends. And I'll bring this number up to 4,000, bring Cash App up to 4,000. And then, yeah, I'll just keep them matched. And then I haven't quite figured out how the watch list thing works. So I've got this watch list where I'm watching ARR. But I also have the top 500 dividends. Oh, here they are. Boom! But I'm not sure how to check them to see which one pays the best dividend. See? I wish maybe this will work. Custom. See, it doesn't give me the option to organize it by dividend. And that's my problem with WeBull. It's like I can't organize it by which one pays the best dividend. It just gives me the top 500. So I'll have to enter all of these manually into my tracker here. And that's how I'm going to have to use it. I'll just have to manually enter every single one of them into this. And then invest accordingly. So, yeah. I wish WeBull had a better way to track dividends. And if they do, well, I don't know how they do. But, yeah. But I really would like to list these from the highest dividend to the lowest dividend, or vice versa if I wanted to. But we can't. Or if we can, I don't know how. So, yeah. So anyways, last but not least, I also have this stock, Schwab, which this app doesn't work anymore. So I'm trying to figure out what app does. So I ended up downloading this one, but I tried logging in. And it doesn't recognize my password, my username and password. So I'm like, how do I get into my Schwab account? I don't know. Oh, and Uphold. My brother uses this. I thought it was for stocks. It's not. It's strictly digital currency. So I may end up using this also. Actually, I think I moved my money over here from Schwab before I couldn't access it. But I haven't verified my identity yet, so I haven't been able to invest in anything yet. But hang on. Okay. Sorry, I had to download updates. So, let's see. I have $0 investing. But I did... No, I hadn't... I don't know where my money is. I moved it somewhere. It's only like $20 anyways. It's not a big deal. I'll probably have to enter my password again, so I'll have to put you on hold again. Still waiting for dispatch. Now I gotta go to the bathroom. Let me see what my logbook says. Logbook says I've been here for 10 hours, so I can jet. So as soon as I'm done here... Still waiting. Okay. As soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna take off. So anyhow... yeah, this is pretty much strictly stocks. I mean, not stocks. Digital currency. So, I may be buying into that. But that's more of a day trading thing. And I try to avoid day trading. So, I'll probably just, like, in Robinhood, I got $1 in each Bitcoin or digital currency coin. Only $1 in each. So, I'll probably do something similar with this app. Probably just have a couple bucks. I'll take whatever money I have in there once I authenticate myself. I'll probably take whatever money I have in there, divide it by however many coin options there are, and put that much dollars in each coin. And if there's more coins than I have dollars, then I'll just invest $1 in each and throw a little bit more money in there. And buy $1 of each of the coins that I don't already have. And that's probably all I'm going to do with that. I'm not going to get too much into that. However, one of the guru guys, the stock guru guys that I follow, says that digital currency is just that. It's digital currency. So, he has money in pretty much all of the coins, but he doesn't use it as an investment. He's just using it as currency. So, like gold and silver, on duty. Pre-trip inspection. I'll actually do an actual pre-trip later, because I gotta go to the bathroom and I'm gonna get out of here. But he says only use digital currency as currency. That's what it's called. That's what it is. Don't use it as an investment. Just use it as currency. And he's got a point. So, gold, like Robert Kiyosaki says, silver is for spending, gold is for saving. If we have to use gold and silver one day for currency, silver is going to be our spending money. Just like, what the heck? It didn't compute. Compute! Agree. Agree. There we go. Now it's working. So, gold and silver. Silver will be for spending, as it once was. Gold will be for saving, as it once was. So, gold and silver has never really changed, except for its cash value. That's about the only thing that's changed with gold and silver. I wonder how many of these there are. Top movers. Oh, I gotta restart. So I'll label this video WeBull and Uphold, since we're kind of investigating both of those apps today. And, or at least I am. You may already know what you're doing. But anyways, yeah, gold and silver has always been the same. Silver has always been buy and hold. Silver has always been spending money. Our dollars used to be backed by gold, so it became spending money only because our dollar was backed by gold. So today, gold is worth a couple $1,000. So if you have a $1 bill and it was still backed by gold, you would have 1/200th of a gold bar or something like that. Hang on. Alright, loading. Where's my brush? Resume account verification. Yeah, I need to do that. Okay. It's not on my priority list, obviously. Top movers. Oh, okay. So these are the top movers. I'm surprised Bitcoin's not on there. It's probably on the most popular one. Oh, most recently added was that. Root. So this is all the different digital coins that are on the market. Some of them may be worthless. Some of them might actually become something. Most of them probably won't. But, you know, it's like, hey, if, like the guru guy that I follow, the Indian guy, I can't pronounce his name, it's like Jasprit or something like that. He runs the Minority Mindset YouTube and podcast or whatever. He's the Minority Mindset guy. I like him, but he's uber repetitive, so I don't watch all of his videos anymore because it's almost like I've already watched all of them. So if he gives new information, I might miss it because it's wrapped up with a whole bunch of other stuff that I've already heard. But I try to listen to him as much as I can. There's a couple other people that I follow, but not as much as him. But I try to only follow dividend people. I ended up buying something I'll probably never use from another stock guy for watching the bull markets and whatnot. But, oh well. It was only like $10 or $15 or $20. I can't remember. But anyways, it's something that I can look into if I want to, but I probably won't. I'd like to see how many of these there are. Bitcoin's gotta be in here. Buy crypto. Won't let me do anything because I haven't verified myself. I don't think I have any thing with my address on it that I can verify myself. It's all at home. Well, anyways, I guess we'll come back to this. But I'm trying to figure out how many coin companies are in here. The block. There's another thing too. I think it's called the Denali. I'd like to invest in. They say that if they go on the brick standard and they match everything dollar for dollar, you can make a lot of money off of that. But if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So it probably won't happen. Probably won't happen. So that's why I haven't went out and bought it yet. If I do, I'll probably only buy $250 worth. But if you buy $1,000 worth, and this thing happens the way they say it will happen, which they've been talking about it happening like this for a long time, and it probably never will. If you buy $1,000 worth, you'll be a millionaire. If not, you'll be wasting $1,000. So I might only just buy $250, and that way I'll have $250,000 if it works. If it don't work, then I wasted $250. But I wasted $250 on Bed Bath & Beyond and lost it. So I mean, it won't be a total waste. I'll still have the paper dollars or denali's, whatever they're called. But good luck trying to spend it. That being said, I could use it as a coupon for my company. Be like, hey, for every dollar you spend, you get one of these. Or whatever, every $10 you spend or whatever. Each one of these will give you, $10 off your next purchase or whatever. Each one of these will give you $1 off your next purchase. You know how they used to use those coupons back in the day? Like you go to Subway and you get your card hole punched. Or Pizza Hut. They'd be like, spend $100 and you get $10 off your next purchase type of thing. So it's like, you can use them for that as an incentive. I'll have 250 of them. Yeah, I'll have 250 of them. So I could just use them as that if I ever did that again, which I probably won't. But, or I could just sell them to the next sucker, or just hold on to them and give them to my grandchildren or my nieces and nephews, and they would be like a souvenir. Hey, here's $250 of worthless money. Actually, it'll be $200,000 of worthless money. Because, wrong phone. Hang on. That's my girlfriend. Gotta go. Bye.